Hi there. I wanted to give you a broader example of this image issue. I know I've come to you a couple times and tried to explain what is going on, but I came across a really good example today, and I wanted you to see kind of what I'm dealing with and see if you have any solutions to these issues. And there are multiple issues, and this is just kind of one set of them. So I know in previous emails I've explained that I have a lot of the photos that were migrated over in the most recent update to my website in this new theme are attached to wrong images. So obviously what's up top here is all right. So one of the images, or I mean issues, one of the issues is I have all of these unattached images and duplicates. You will see here are just three. Sometimes I will have pages of just one image. They're all unattached. Now, these ones seem to be right. It seems to have the right name, and this name, which is the URL, seems to match it. Now, what happens is, as I go through, you'll see, okay, so there's 12 pages. Almost all of these seem to be duplicates and unattached. But as we go through, the story changes a little bit. Again, these are all basically, it's like there are 5 photos. They mostly all go to this one article about shrimp trucks and a glider ride that I took in Oahu. But when we get further in, when I get to, I think it's like page 10 or 11 here, the story changes a little bit. To give you an example, this is a different article. This article is about a Poku massage and high tea, and this is San Diego Golf here, and it has Awana Moana Surf Rider Hotel here, and then it's actually attached to an article about San Diego golfing. So this and this over here are the same, but obviously the URL structure is completely wrong. Now right below it, I've got another exact same photo, but it's attached to a completely different article. This one is about San Francisco, and this one has that title. And so this is a part of the issue that I am having with some of these articles. Now, as we scroll down, for some reason, all of these Oahu articles, you can see Oahu, 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 they're all attached to different articles focusing on San Francisco. So I've got 3 things happening, which is what's confusing to me and what I'm trying to figure out. So this is obviously a photo of a hike in Hawaii, in Oahu, file name, and then up here the title is San Francisco, but when we go in here to the permanent URL structure, it's combining more than one URL at some point. So let me give you an example of that. Now, let's say I wanted to go back in and attach this to the right article. So let's say I detach this from this Getting Kooky in San Francisco, and then I reattach it to the right article because I'm trying to get my photos to match the right articles. And what's happening is if you go to Get Kooky in San Francisco, you're seeing all these weird Oahu photos. It makes absolutely no sense. So if I go here, and this is how I kind of figured out this URL thing, this photo right here was attached to an article about San Francisco. I detached it, and then I went ahead and I attached it to the right article, which is the Flying High on the North Shore, and I updated this title. But now what happens is if I go in to look at the information in the permanent link is still showing that San Francisco Grateful Dead article. So what it's done is it's now created a permanent URL structure that is combining the URLs of two different articles. So you can see I've got this one here about the North Shore of Oahu, which is correct. And then we've got this second URL for a totally different article about San Francisco. So as a whole, it's this crazy, wacky URL. And so what I want to know is, what do I do? What do I do with all of these images here that are for these different, just for one example, this is all over my entire site. It's like all the articles from before 2016, the mass majority have this issue where they are either completely missing images, or I'm looking at an article about San Francisco and it's showing images of Oahu, and I've got this weird thing where I've got a title that is one thing and the URL structure that's another, and then it's attached to some weird article. So how do I fix this? I don't know how to fix this correctly, especially if I'm unattaching the images and trying to reattach them to the proper article, but then it's combining the two URLs. So I really need some help with this, because first of all, it's hugely time consuming. I've only done a few, but now that I'm realizing this URL structure is getting messed up, I really need to know what I'm supposed to do. What can I do, and what's the fastest way to deal with me getting these articles back to normal, getting the right photos to the right articles with the right titles and with the right URL structure for the photo itself. Please help. Thank you.